What if I told you the fruit tree you're most excited to plant could also be the one most likely to die? And no, it's not always because of pests, disease, or bad watering. Sometimes the real killer is hiding underground, in your soil. Heavy clay, poor drainage, high pH, compacted dirt. These silent problems can slowly destroy a tree from the roots up, often long before you notice anything is wrong. That's what makes it dangerous. Some fruit trees don't die immediately. They look healthy for months, sometimes even years, and then suddenly collapse right when you expect your first real harvest. In this video, we're exposing 7 fruit trees that almost always struggle in bad soil, and why planting them can become an expensive mistake. And stay with me until the end, because I'll show you a simple 60-second soil test that could save you hundreds of dollars. Number 1. Avocado, the silent root killer. Let's start with one of the most expensive mistakes gardeners keep making: avocado. On the surface, avocado trees look tough. They grow fast, stay green year-round, and can produce hundreds of fruits over their lifetime. But underground, they're surprisingly fragile. Here's what most people don't realize. Nearly 90% of an avocado tree's feeder roots sit in just the top 6 to 18 inches of soil. That shallow root system is a huge problem in heavy clay or poorly drained soil. Why? Because after rain, or even overwatering, water gets trapped underground. And once soil pores fill with water, oxygen disappears fast. Now imagine trying to breathe with your head underwater. That's exactly what happens to avocado roots. They begin suffocating, and that's when the real danger begins. A deadly root rot disease called Phytophthora moves in. This fungus attacks stressed roots, turning them black, mushy, and unable to absorb water or nutrients. At first, the warning signs are easy to miss. Leaves lose their deep green color. Brown tips begin appearing. New growth slows. Fruit gets smaller. Most gardeners think the tree just needs more fertilizer, but that often makes things worse. Because the real problem isn't nutrition, it's dying roots underground. And once major root rot sets in, saving the tree becomes extremely difficult. That means a single bad planting decision can cost you hundreds of dollars and years of growth. Planting an avocado in wet clay is like planting money in a grave. And if you think that sounds brutal, the next tree is even more deceptive, because it can look perfectly healthy for years before suddenly dying almost overnight. Number 2. Peach. Looks healthy, then suddenly dies. If avocado fails fast, peach trees can be far more deceptive, because peaches often don't warn you early. In fact, that's what makes them so dangerous. A peach tree can grow beautifully for years. Healthy leaves, strong branches, even decent fruit. Everything looks fine. Until one spring, it simply doesn't recover. And to understand why, you have to look underground. In sandy, nutrient-poor soil, peaches face a hidden enemy most gardeners never see: ring nematodes. These microscopic root-feeding pests are tiny, but the damage they cause is massive. They attack the feeder roots year after year, piercing and weakening them little by little. You won't notice it happening. There's no dramatic collapse at first, just slow, invisible stress. The tree becomes weaker each season. Its roots absorb less water, less calcium, less nutrients. And because the damage happens underground, most gardeners blame the wrong thing: fertilizer, weather, even bad luck. But the real problem has been building for years. Then comes the breaking point. Usually, it's one hard freeze, one disease attack, or one stressful season. And suddenly, the tree crashes, almost overnight. That's why many peach trees die right when they should be entering peak production. Imagine waiting 4, maybe 5 years for heavy harvests, only to lose everything just before payoff. Years of pruning, watering, and care, gone. And if that sounds frustrating, the next tree is even pickier, because it hates something many backyards have plenty of: wet soil. Number 3. Sweet cherry. The tree that hates wet feet. Cherry trees are beautiful. Elegant shape, gorgeous blossoms, premium fruit. But don't let that beauty fool you. Sweet cherries are among the pickiest fruit trees you can grow, and they have one major weakness: They absolutely hate wet roots. Even short-term waterlogging can put a cherry tree under serious stress. Why? Because cherry roots need constant oxygen to function properly. The moment soggy soil cuts off that oxygen, everything starts going wrong. Water uptake slows. Nutrient absorption drops. The entire tree begins struggling from the inside out. And here's the scary part. Cherry trees often don't fail all at once. They send warnings, subtle ones. Dead buds in spring, leaves dropping too early, branches slowly dying back. Then comes one of the biggest red flags of all. Sticky amber sap leaking from the bark. That sap isn't harmless. It's often your tree screaming for help. By that stage, root stress has usually triggered deeper disease problems underground. And for many gardeners, that's devastating, because cherry trees demand patience, a lot of patience. Most sweet cherries take 4 to 7 years before producing serious harvests. Think about that. Years of waiting. Years of pruning, protecting, and hoping, only to lose the tree before the real reward arrives. You don't just lose a plant, you lose time. And the next tree may be even more frustrating, because it can survive in bad soil for years, just long enough to trick you into thinking everything is fine. Number 4. Apricot, the delayed collapse. Tree. Now this next tree may be the most deceptive one so far, because unlike avocado or cherry, apricot often doesn't fail quickly. That's what makes it dangerous. It can survive in bad soil for years. Read that again. Years. And during that time, it can fool even experienced gardeners. You might see leaves, some new growth, maybe even a small harvest. So naturally, you think, great, the tree adapted. But underground, a completely different story may be unfolding. In heavy clay soil, water doesn't always stay near the surface. Sometimes it gets trapped deeper down, creating hidden pockets of soggy, oxygen-starved soil. That means the roots may be under constant stress without showing obvious symptoms. Slowly, season after season, damage builds. The root crown weakens. Rot begins spreading near the base of the trunk. And then comes the cruel part. The tree often collapses right when its water demand suddenly increases, usually during the first intense heat wave of summer. One week it looks stable. The next week, leaves wilt. Branches dry out. Growth stops. Everything crashes. Fast. By the time most gardeners notice something is seriously wrong, it's already too late. That delayed collapse is what makes apricots so frustrating. Bad soil doesn't always kill immediately. Sometimes it waits, quietly, until the exact moment your tree needs strength the most. And speaking of sudden collapse, the next tree doesn't wait years. In the wrong soil, it can start dying in as little as 48 hours. Before we get to the next tree, notice something important. Bad soil isn't the only hidden reason gardeners lose harvests. Even if your soil is perfect, simply because planting they grow the wrong crops side by side can without even realizing it, stunt growth and reduce yields, without you realizing why. That's exactly why I created the Ultimate Companion Planting Guide. It includes 100 proven plant pairings, harmful combinations to avoid, and easy printable charts to help you grow smarter. If you want healthier pests and fewer pest problems, check the link below. Harvests. Now let's get back to the video. Now, let's move to the next tree, because this one may be the fastest killer on today's list. Number 5, papaya, can die in just 48 hours. If the trees we've covered so far sound fragile, this next one takes things to another level. Papaya may be the fastest failure on this entire list. Most fruit trees decline slowly. Papaya doesn't. In poorly drained soil, a papaya can begin dying in as little as 24 to 48 hours. Yes, days. Not months, not years. Days. That's what makes papaya so brutal. Its root system is extremely shallow, delicate, and surprisingly weak for such a fast-growing plant. It depends heavily on loose, well-drained soil to survive. The moment standing water surrounds those roots, oxygen disappears almost immediately. root respiration stops, water uptake shuts down, and everything begins collapsing fast. Then harmful fungi move in. Once root rot starts, the damage spreads upward into the stem. And this is where things get ugly. The lower trunk becomes soft, mushy, water-soaked, almost like it's rotting from the inside out. You'll usually notice the warning signs in this order. Lower leaves turn yellow. The canopy starts drooping. A foul, rotting smell appears near the soil line. Then suddenly, the whole plant tilts. And sometimes it literally falls over under its own weight. Imagine spending months watering, feeding, and protecting a papaya, only to lose it after one heavy rain. That's why papaya and poor drainage are a terrible combination. And surprisingly, the next tree is even more frustrating, because it looks almost identical to peach, yet often proves even harder to keep alive. Number 6. Nectarine. Even more sensitive than peach. At first glance, nectarines don't seem that different from peaches. They're basically peaches without the fuzz. But here's what many growers learn the hard way. Nectarines are often even harder to keep healthy, especially in compacted clay soil. Why? Because nectarines are extremely sensitive to poor soil aeration. When dense soil limits oxygen around the roots, nutrient uptake begins failing, especially calcium and magnesium. That might not sound dramatic, but it creates a dangerous chain reaction. Calcium helps strengthen plant cell walls. When calcium uptake drops, the entire tree becomes weaker and more vulnerable to disease. That's when problems start stacking up fast. Leaves begin yellowing. Cankers form on branches. Fruit develops deep cracks. And many nectarines start dropping fruit before it even ripens. That's painful because nectarines are already high-maintenance trees. They need pruning, thinning, disease management, consistent care. So when bad soil enters the equation, frustration multiplies. You're investing time, fertilizer, water, and effort, yet the tree still struggles. That's what makes nectarines so deceptive. The problem often doesn't look dramatic at first. It feels like a series of small annoyances, weak growth, poor fruit quality, random disease issues. But those small problems usually point to one bigger issue hiding underground. And now we've reached the final tree. One millions of backyard gardeners love, but many slowly kill without realizing why. Number 7. Meyer lemon, the pH trap. Now for the final tree, and perhaps the most deceptive of them all. Because Meyer lemons don't always die from bad drainage. Sometimes they slowly starve, even while sitting in nutrient-rich soil. Sounds impossible, right? But this is where soil chemistry becomes dangerous. Millions of gardeners plant Meyer lemons without ever checking one critical factor: soil pH. If your soil is too alkaline, your lemon tree can begin failing in slow motion. And the scary part, you may still be fertilizing regularly, you may still be watering correctly, and yet the tree keeps declining. Why? Because high pH can lock essential minerals, especially iron, inside the soil. The nutrients are technically there, but the tree can't access them. It's like locking food inside a fridge and throwing away the key. That leads to one of the clearest warning signs on this list: bright yellow leaves, but dark green veins. That pattern is called iron chlorosis, and it's a giant red flag. As the deficiency worsens, growth slows, fruit gets smaller, production drops, branches weaken. Eventually, root stress and disease can follow, and that's what makes Meyer lemons so frustrating. Many gardeners think they have a fertilizer problem, but the real issue is chemistry, not nutrients, not watering. Chemistry. And if you've noticed something by now, it's this. Most of these trees didn't fail because they were weak. They failed because they were planted in the wrong soil. So how do you know if your soil is safe before planting? Here's a simple 60-second soil test that can save you hundreds, sometimes even years of frustration. Before planting any fruit tree, dig a hole about 12 inches deep and 12 inches wide. Fill it completely with water. Let it drain once. Then fill it again. Now time how long the second round takes to drain. Here's what the results tell you. If the water disappears in under 1 hour, your soil drains very fast, usually sandy, which may struggle to hold nutrients. If it drains in 1 to 3 hours, that's ideal for most fruit trees. But if water still sits there after 4 hours, that's a major warning sign. Your soil likely has serious drainage or compaction problems. And that single test reveals the lesson behind this entire video. Never choose a fruit tree first. Test your soil first, then choose the tree. Because the best tree for your yard isn't always the one you want most. It's the one your soil can actually support. And if your soil isn't suitable, don't worry. You still have options. Container gardening can solve many of these problems. The video on your screen shows 24 of the best flowers, herbs, fruits, and vegetables to grow in containers. Click it now. I'll see you there.